Hey, YouTube. We are live. My YouTube family, we're so excited to meet you guys. I just wrapped up here seeing patients. I'm in my Long Island office today, and just really looking forward to getting to see some of you folks, getting to see your faces. I know there's a good group of active folks that are always watching all the videos and commenting, and Martha, speaking to you, and Ann, and a bunch of you other guys that are out there. So let's. I think you can click on that link and we can get you in. I see someone's in here. Hey, Denise, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, nice. I can't see you though.
You can't see me? Hold on, I got my guy here is working. Is we good there, Isabel?
Okay.
Can you see me?
Not yet.
Ah, I see you, Denise. I see you there.
Okay. Let me make sure I haven't. I need to do something.
Yeah,
Oh, I turned myself off. Didn't want to do
that's it.
that.
There you go. You're back. Can you see me now?
Yes, there you go.
All right, nice to meet you.
Get
So where are
this
you
out of the
from?
way. I'm
Denise,
from
where are
here
you
in
from?
Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. And what do you do down there?
I work in public health. I
Oh,
am
wow.
I'm what's called a public health tech.
Got it.
We make.
Well, you
Go ahead. That
I was
delayed
I,
reaction.
I was going to say you must be very busy this last year working in public health.
Yes, very, very. It was a crazy year.
What's the situation down there now? Like, are people getting vaccinated, or is the Delta variant surging down there?
It is like it is everywhere else. Yes, we're trying our best to, repackage, the messaging about, to get vaccinated. Uh, Between the state, I work for the state health department. Between the state and local health departments, I mean, there's nowhere you can go and not get a vaccine. I mean, it's people getting it. I think the misinformation has it's overwhelmed people, and that's like nationwide.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, here in New York, people have been a little bit better about it. I see Annie joined us in here. Hey, Annie, nice to see you.
How are you?
Good. I was actually Denise just introduced herself. She's down in Texas here in the States and does works in public health. And we were talking about the COVID vaccine. I know it's been
Yeah,
I know you're in Australia. It's been a bit of an event there as well. It's been tough for folks to get vaccinated. Fortunately here in New York City, most of my patients and myself, we're vaccinated, and things were starting to creep back to normal. But now, with the Delta variant kind of surging, we're kind of almost taking a couple of steps back here.
yeah. Well, we've had
Yes.
three states in lockdown here. We've just come out of a lockdown in Melbourne. Sydney is now locked down for another 4 weeks. They're out of control up there, and South Australia's just come out of a lockdown. The government vaccine rollout is a disaster. They wanted to do it on the cheap because they wanted to give us all AstraZeneca, but now that's got problems because it can cause a blood clotting disorder,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
nobody wants to have it, obviously. We all want
yeah. No,
Pfizer. So
right. Yeah, no, I totally understand. And we got Martha in the house too. Hey,
Hi,
Martha, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Good. It's
Nice to
nice to
see you.
see you. Nice to meet you. So, Martha, where are you from? Everyone knows Martha.
Outside,
Everyone knows Martha's name.
outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, cool. What part?
Um, I'm like 3 miles from the West Philadelphia border.
Gotcha. My brother
So
lives in the main line down there.
he lives in Westchester. I know. I work in Westchester.
Yeah, he's actually in Newtown Square. His office is in Westchester, in
Oh,
Exton.
okay.
Yeah,
My dentist is in
yeah.
Newtown Square.
Okay, yeah. It's small. It's a small world, and he's
Yes,
coming
it
in all the way
is.
from Australia. So we got people. We got the whole world. We got the world represented here, which is it's so exciting and amazing. And I'm just so
I
honored to
don't
have
know
you
about
guys.
the whole world, Doc.
honored to have you guys as part of this community we're developing, which is it's been amazing. You know, you guys are the most
Oh,
robust
I'm
of all the folks that
honoured to be part.
of all the platforms I'm on. You guys are just the most fun group for me. So this is a real pleasure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is.
So Martha, what do you do down? What are you doing in Philly? What do you do down there?
I'm an interior designer.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Yep.
Like residential or commercial or everything?
Commercial. I work with commercial furniture mostly.
Gotcha. That's cool. Awesome. And you're obviously a pimple popping aficionado.
I'm getting more towards your mindset stuff. Let me tell you, I really dove into that sucker.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I steal your line. I give you the credit. I tell folks all the time, come for the pop, stay for the motivation. I love that line.
Exactly. Well, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad I get some credit.
Yeah, no, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
So Annie, what time is it? What time is it in Australia?
It's 8:37 a.m.
Oh, okay. So bright and early in the morning. We're wrapping up our day here. You're just getting started.
Yeah, yeah, we're 14
Yeah.
hours ahead
Really?
time-wise. Yeah. You did it
And
just at the right time.
that's
Great
perfect.
time.
And Denise is in the middle of her day in Texas, right? You're 2 hours behind us in New York.
No, an hour. It's 5:38 here.
Okay. That's cool. So your work day's wrapping up, hopefully.
Yes, I'm done. Done.
Well, you three are, I'd say three of my most vocal folks, and you guys are avid viewers. Anything you guys would like to see in particular, or any direction you'd like to see the videos go in?
Just keep up those inspirational posts. I don't really come for the pops. I mean, I'll comment on them for sure, but I come for the other.
Well, I love that. I
For
love that.
your
That puts.
post. Yeah. Oh, we got
Hey,
someone
Becky.
else here.
Yeah, we got another person. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. You're from in California, aren't you?
Tampa,
Oh, in
outside of
Tampa.
Tampa.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So you're Eastern Standard Time. Why doesn't everyone just take a second just to introduce themselves for folks that are watching, not in the and not on screen right now?
Hi.
We can start. Yeah. Well, yeah, Martha, why don't you start, and then we'll kind of work our way around. I don't know what you guys are seeing on your screen, but
Hi, Martha. Probably seen some of my smart ass comments. Sorry if I have offended anybody. Not good on camera here, and I'm not. My tablet doesn't want to go centered for some
we see
reason.
you, and we hear you. And
Get a hacker, please.
Becky, why don't you give a little introduction about yourself?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the one that makes the funny comments. But outside of Tampa, I just got off work from a call center, so I apologize for the headset hair. And I've just enjoyed all the really, I watched for the motivational stuff.
I love that. You're speaking to my heart. How about Annie? Why don't you tell folks, the folks that just popped in, a little bit about yourself?
Well, as you can see, I'm pretty old, and I come from Australia in Melbourne. What else is there to say?
I was just thinking about how young you look. I don't think you look old at all.
Oh well, I am. Trust me, I'm old enough to be your mother.
Well, you sure don't look it.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm hiding down here in Melbourne. It's the middle of winter, so it's freezing cold. Actually, today's quite mild, made a lie of me, but we've had some really cold days. We don't get snow as a rule, but we have had snow in Melbourne, but not since years ago. But it's pretty bad. I don't really like extremes of either temperature, but
yeah.
now
Well,
I'm
what's
talking
cold?
about the weather.
What is cold in Melbourne? What is cold in Melbourne?
A morning could be 0 degrees Celsius, which is I think 32 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm not mistaken. And we've had some really cold mornings, and we get up to about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Would be, what's that, about 12 degrees Celsius.
Right.
It's a long time since I've done Fahrenheit, so it's a
Yeah.
bit hard to remember.
You got those conversions right. Yeah, well, that sounds pretty good for a New Yorker. It gets pretty cold up here, I'll tell you, in the winter months.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
But it's hot as hell here now. It's brutal up here.
Yeah, we get some shocking summers. The temperature's well over 105 degrees. We had a week of them a couple of years ago. It was 46 degrees Celsius, which is 111 or something. Oh.
Ooh, it
was shocking.
I think Denise knows about those kinds of temperatures in Texas.
In Texas, yeah.
Yeah, it's hot here. Yes. And I'm Denise Jamerson here in Texas, working public health. I came for the pops and I stay for the inspiration, Dr. Mudgil.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Me too.
Thanks, Martha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. That's actually my whole platform is on other platforms as well, like on Instagram. It's all I use the pops to bring people in, and on TikTok as well. Then I try to motivation and mindset's really my main interest. It's the thing that drives me the most. But like that's I was able to actually think of the catchy enough phrase like Martha's, and now I use that phrase all the time because it's that good.
I knew I should have copyrighted it.
I know. I'll give you all the credit. If I ever make money off of it, I'll give you your fair cut. All right. So I think we got some other folks trying to get into the chat, but we can't have more than 5 people. It looks like. So I'm going to kind of swap. What we'll do is Denise, I'm going to swap you out for someone else. I'm sorry, you've been on here. You were the first person on here, just so some other folks to get on here, so we can all meet them if that's okay. And I'm just going to have my Ismail is the work in the background here. He's my video producer, so he's kind of taking the reins here. But it's really lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for all of your support, Denise. I love all the comments, and it's really just between patients. I love to see what my YouTubers are up to on the page. There's always a bunch of comments from you guys, so it's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. So it's really turned into something that I never even imagined it would turn into, and it's been great having all of you guys. All right, we're going to see who Ismail's bringing in next.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day. And keep doing that good work for us. So Denise works in public health. She just logged out, but she's trying to get folks in Texas to get vaccinated. It's been a big push in some parts of the country in the United States where vaccines are readily available, but a lot of folks don't want to get the vaccine. And now, we're really having a big surge of this Delta variant because a lot of folks aren't getting vaccinated. So it's been problematic. We're the only nation, I think, where we have such access to the vaccine, and there's a significant proportion of our population in certain areas that don't want to take it, and it's doing a real public health disservice and just a disservice to humanity. Because the light is so visual, you can see it at the end of the tunnel, but now folks are putting these bricks up but not getting the vaccine and not letting us get out of this tunnel, which is it's incredibly frustrating. Yeah, so anyone who's out there think on the fence about getting a vaccine, please do good for yourself, do good for your family, do good for your loved ones, because unless the majority of us get vaccinated, we're going to be stuck in this thing, and this virus is going to keep mutating like it's been doing. And I just fear that the next mutation is going to be more virulent than this current one, because this one's pretty contagious. The one that's ripping through our country right now.
Well, you only have to walk by someone, don't you, to catch it? Just walk by somebody that's got it.
Yeah, I mean the thing is also exactly, and folks, it's very contagious, and folks that are vaccinated now are asymptomatic carriers a lot of the time. So. Folks are testing positive that have no symptoms, and that's a scary thing. All right, we got someone new here joining us. Peggy just joined us. Hey, Peggy, why don't you introduce yourself? It's nice to see you.
Hi, Yes, my name is Peggy. I'm always watching for the inspiration, but I like to watch the pops too.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Where are you from?
I live in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Oh, awesome. So it's about 3 hours behind New York there. So it's I
Yeah,
guess around 3:30 your time, 3:30 out there.
yeah, it's 3:46 here.
Great. And what do you do for a living?
I am disabled.
Gotcha. So you're ripping up YouTube and consuming all my content at home, and
Yes, yes.
I love that. Well, I appreciate it. I do appreciate your support, and
Thank you.
yeah, it's you know when I make content, I'm basically making content in a vacuum, and it's when you put it out there, you never know how it's going to resonate. Like some of the posts that I've put out there that I've gotten so much feedback and so much interaction. There were posts or comments that I didn't think would really get much attention at all, and vice versa. But it's I've been at this for a couple of years now, and it's just amazing to see. I mean, it's just amazing to put faces behind the names that I know so well now. Which is
That's nice.
that really is what it's all about. Building a community of folks who are like minded and want to share a message of positivity and hopefully make this world a better place.
Yes. I I know that I started off watching Sandra Lee, Dr. Pimple Popper,
Yeah,
and I discovered you on TikTok by accident, and I thought you're just as good as her. Why don't you have more videos out there? You're just as good as
yeah,
she is.
yeah. It's funny. The producers for her show reached out to me to develop
Oh,
another show, and I did a screen test and all that stuff, and we were just sort of waiting for them to package something, like something that's different.
nice. Well, if you
So
if you make it through, I'll be sure and watch.
I love. Thanks. Yeah, just we're in a holding pattern, waiting for them to get an angle going. But I appreciate it. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes.
I know her a little bit. We're about the same age. She's a little bit older than me, but just it's a small community of us. So we all go to we didn't have a meeting last year because of COVID, but we go to there's a big meeting every year. It goes, sometimes it's in San Francisco, sometimes it's in Denver, sometimes it's in Miami or DC or New York. And, so it's fun getting to meet up with the colleagues, but she's the original, she's
Yeah.
the one who started this. So she deserves a lot of credit.
Well, I was kind of new to dermatology when I found out that I had skin cancer. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and so I started doing research, and that's when I discovered Dr. Lee, and then I discovered you, and I was looking for places that would remove my skin cancer with the smallest amount of scar. And me, I fall down a lot. That's why I'm disabled. So I had many scars. So I thought to myself, one more is not going to make a difference.
So I guess you must have you must have found a Mohs surgeon or something like that, I imagine, right? Where you are?
Yeah, I did. Right here in Grants Pass, they removed it. It was they said it was a very the most extreme. Um, I can't remember the name of it, but they said it's the most extreme skin cancer that it will come back within 10 years.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I
goodness.
don't know. All I know is they said it was the worst kind of skin cancer that you can get.
Well, hopefully you're getting checked out regularly.
Yes,
Uh,
I am. Every 6 to 8 months, they want me to come in to do a full body exam.
all right, good. So it sounds like you're getting taken care of well out there.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
lot of good dermatologists out in Oregon. They have a very good academic center in Portland, but a lot of those dermatologists stay in the state. So I know a few who practice out there who are very good. Awesome.
Yes.
All right, cool. So
Well,
we kind of went through some of this stuff before, but since you're new on here, I'm open to comments. I'm open to suggestions. I'm happy to make some content that you guys are interested in. But like I said, I'm making content in a vacuum, so I'm always open to any suggestions you guys have. You can always post a comment or or there's something you want to hear about, or for me to talk about, I'm always happy to do that.
Yeah, just a few days ago, I got my dog right here behind me, and just a few days ago, I took her in to remove a lipoma under her armpit.
Oh wow, what kind of dog? What kind of dog you got
She's
back
a
there?
Chihuahua. She's a little Chihuahua,
Oh, cute, cute.
and it was starting to affect how she jumped, and so I went in and had it removed.
Oh, that's cool. It looks like she did pretty well. She's recovering
Yeah,
comfortably back
this
there.
is it was only a week ago, and she's doing just fine now. She's running and jumping, but I won't let her jump like she wants to, not until she gets her stitches removed.
Oh, got it. Yeah, actually, I got a few good videos coming your way. I did 3 fun surgeries this afternoon before I popped on here. So
Oh, nice.
I got a really intense back cyst, a lipoma, and a small little cyst that I took off of someone's neck. So those will be coming out in the next few weeks. As soon as we
Oh,
edit them.
nice. I'll be sure
Yeah.
and watch.
All right. Cool. I love it. I love it. Wow, it's amazing how we have people from all over the world. There's someone that was commenting who's from Brazil. We got someone from Madrid, Spain, that just commented. Folks from all
Sweet.
over the country. It's wild, and on TikTok, I'm very active on TikTok. That's like the wildest international community.
Yeah.
TikTok is like my biggest platform by far, and it's amazing because you see comments in like every language. And there's a translate feature, so you can translate all the comments. There's like folks from Thailand and Cambodia and all over the world. It's so wild.
It's
I think
crazy that there's that many people out there that loves dermatology.
I know it really is. I had no idea. I knew I love dermatology, but I didn't realize there was so many folks who love to watch these surgeries and like to view this stuff, which
And
is
when
great.
I started
I love it.
watching when I started doing research, when I found out I had the skin cancer, I started watching these things, and I thought, "Ooh, cool!" And I don't have to smell it either. I like
Yeah,
I like it when you pop the cyst. Yeah, some of them can smell pretty rancid, but
it's
yeah.
funny. I actually have the absolute worst sense of smell. So it actually it works out to my favor sometimes when we're doing these
Well, it's
surgeries.
a good thing I don't have a gag reflex, so it doesn't bother me. Blood, guts, none of it bothers me.
Yeah,
I'm a horror film fanatic. I thought if I can handle
yeah,
horror, I can handle a pimple being popped
yeah.
or
Sounds
this.
like you got the stomach for it. It's funny. People do
On
ask me though.
TV, it's good. On TV, it's good, or on a video. But in real life, I would fall over dead. You'd have to call 911 to resuscitate me. I would not be a good person.
It's funny. Sometimes like whoever I'm operating on, like their significant other or their brother or sister might be in the room, and I always check in with them because they're watching just to make sure they're not going to pass out in the middle, fall onto the floor in the middle of the surgery. And sometimes we do have to have them sit down. They get a little woozy. But yeah, people have asked me like on TikTok if I ever feel sick, if I ever get sick, or if I ever kind of get grossed out. And the funny thing is, I never ever do. It's like for me, it's
Yeah.
just like it's like the patient's in front of me, and that's like there's a problem that's there that I'm just focused on solving. I don't even think about it's just the thought never even crosses my mind.
I know when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I used to pop all the pimples on my uncle's back all the time. He'd be laying on the floor, and I'd go and sit on his back, start popping pimples.
So you're a pimple popper from birth.
Yeah,
It's in
from
your
very
blood.
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I first got married, that I chased my husband down. He had quite a few blackheads on his back, and I did relish getting those out. But unfortunately, as time went on, they disappeared. So,
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, but sometimes my wife will find one on my back, and she looks nothing better than going at it and torturing me.
you guys are such wimps.
But you got it made back when I was a kid. There wasn't tools for us kids to use to pop our uncle's pimples. There wasn't no tools.
Just thumb.
Nothing wrong with the old fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
faint.
Oh,
I'm going to get off here and let somebody else on.
All right. Well, pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, very nice meeting you too.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Thank you. This was very, very nice.
Awesome, Becky. Well, so thank you so much, and I love all the humor that you bring to the comment section.
Okay. I will continue.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Have a wonderful rest of the night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's see. We got anyone else to spill on the?
I was going to ask you, Doc, how's your back?
It's doing much
Oh.
better. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working hard at I've been doing this form of therapy called Eldoa, which is sort of like the opposite of yoga. It's more of like stretching out the fascia and the stuff around the joints. And there's basically like a series of stretches that my therapist has me do. So I do them twice a day, and I go to therapy once a week. It's been really, really helpful. Thank you for asking, but yeah, definitely getting better. Thankfully, that wasn't that.
Oh,
That
I
was
felt that I was nagging on YouTube. I kept nagging you, so I just shut up for a while. I felt a bit embarrassed that I kept on and on about it, because having done it before, I know all the pitfalls. So
I get it. I appreciate it. And I took it easy. I'm still not, loading my legs that much with weight, just kind of protect the back. And the good thing is that the guy who I'm doing therapy with is like a very, very fit guy. And he actually guides me through different exercises that are safe to do to minimize any risk to the back. So deadlifts are out. No more
well,
deadlifts.
as you can see, I'm lying down, and that's how I spend all day.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you have back surgeries that don't go right. So that's why I was such a
No, I hear you. I appreciate
a nuisance. That's why it's such a
it.
nuisance.
I felt the concern and I appreciated it. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, guys, I'm going to actually try to catch the tail end of a dinner. My wife took the kids out to dinner, so I'm going to try. I'm going to try to meet them and maybe catch the last half of it. She's actually
Any
calling
place
me.
good?
She's
Any place
FaceTiming
good?
me right now. So my little guy, he takes violin lessons, and he's
Oh,
like the
nice.
most artistic and musical of my kids. So there's a hibachi place that's right next door to the music shop. So I think they're all
That's
over there.
always fun.
So, yeah,
That's a fun place to go.
yeah, it's
How
always a
many
good time.
shrimp can you catch in your mouth?
I'm
They
pretty
still
good.
do that?
Yeah, they use zucchini now, but
Oh,
yeah,
went
I'm
vegan,
pretty
huh?
I'm pretty good at it. Yeah,
Hey,
it's
I
fine.
do have a question for you, Doc.
Yeah, fire away.
What section of Brooklyn are you from?
So I grew up in Start City, which is near
Okay.
Kennedy Airport. Yeah, so
Yep.
there was there was a big extended family. There were 9 of us. We were living in a 3-bedroom apartment in Start City, and then my brother is 7 years older than me. So
Mhm.
we moved out to Long Island, to the South Shore of Long Island, to a town called Oceanside. When
Oceanside.
my brother was 14, so I was 7, and that's kind of where my formative years really were.
I tell people I'm born and raised in southern or southeastern Pennsylvania, but I grew up in Greenpoint.
Oh, really? You grew up in
Yeah.
Greenpoint? Oh, no
Kind
way.
of. My family was from up there. My grandmother was there, so we were there a lot.
Oh, wow.
At least twice a month. I mean, they finally moved out, I guess, in the mid '80s, but from the mid '60s to the mid '80s, all that whole part of Western Brooklyn, I was all over the place.
Oh, no way.
So
Oh, get out of here.
that's how
Oh,
I
that's
knew about
cool.
Vinny's. Vinny's is the best
Yeah,
place to get pizza.
yeah.
Definitely, hands down.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. There's a little bit of Brooklyn in everybody. Someone has almost every family has someone who has ties to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I used to be able to do a real good Brooklyn accent, but I kind of lost it on the way.
Yeah, I never had a great one.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Nah. Yeah, it's funny. I actually don't have much of an accent because in my house, like it was like a mix of Hindi and Punjabi and English
True.
and yes, and then I spent some time. I went to college down south, and
Right.
I just I have I guess I have a little bit of a New York accent, but nothing that no one would be able to really place it.
Certain words you say, I can hear it, but for the
Yeah,
most part,
it comes out. It comes out at times. Depends how many beers are in the tank,
you start slurring it.
Yeah,
Come here. Come over here.
yeah. My wife has a much stronger New York accent than I do.
Is she from Brooklyn?
She's from Brooklyn also. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love Brooklyn. I like it better than New York City sometimes.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah. I mean, all of the boroughs have like there's a special part of each of them. That's
Yes.
yeah. It's New York, being living in New York is fun. I on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I'm in my New York City office, which is in the Village. And last night I met a friend for dinner, and we were eating on like a rooftop. It was amazing. Like just those types of things
Yeah.
are very New York, like just really pure New York experiences that.
Yep.
that
Like I
you
said,
have,
I missed the Met. I missed the Met terribly. Haven't been there
it's
in 3
open.
years. And I
It's
know
open.
it's open. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Finally?
Yeah.
Ah, good. I'll have
Yeah,
to
it's
get up
amazing.
there.
So I was teaching at Mount Sinai a couple of Mondays ago, and we were driving down Fifth Avenue. It was packed. Like the steps were packed. It was just like the old days. It was
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah. And I heard there's an awesome Van Gogh exhibit at the Chelsea Market. It's like this 4D
Yes.
exhibit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
Van Gogh
I wanna,
experience. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know if it's coming through Philly, but I want to.
it
I
is.
definitely want to check it
I
out.
think in
Is it?
October. October. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I have free tickets.
Oh, cool. Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
guys.
Doc, I'll let you get going and have
Yeah, you
dinner.
go
I'll catch
go have dinner.
the
It was
tail, catch
a
the
really
tail end
Great.
of the dinner.
really lovely meeting you guys. Because now, like
You
I
too.
know who's writing the comments. I could put a face to the words.
Finally, right?
So, yeah. So thanks for all the love, guys. You guys are the best.
You're the
My,
best.
my two diest
No,
hearts right here.
You're the
you're the
best.
best.
All right, guys. So we'll do
Okay.
this again. Have a
Okay.
wonderful
Yeah,
night,
that
guys.
was fun.
Yeah,
Take care.
thanks, Doc.
Bye. Bye now.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye for now.
You too. Bye bye.